Right. That's the last function that needs to be fixed, and then all code duplication has been removed. Well, it's already been removed actually, but then it works again, because this is still missing. How do I get new position in pixels? Is a good question. Well, that must come from either a new array, maybe a new vector in Windows that I can get an element from using clickable index. Hi, BitBaron. Yes, I'm using NVim. Or it must come from the draggable. In the end, I am going to need a transform that converts pixels to CS. It does not exist. Or the inverse of transform that converts CS into pixels. It does exist. Which means we need to have an access to the coordinate mapper, and then I can use this accessor here. That is the only way, isn't it? Pretty much the only way. I definitely need a coordinate mapper here. So let's change the problem to I need a coordinate mapper. Coordinate mapper for the coordinate system CS. BitBurn, well, that depends. Do you want to count every line of code that I wrote that is used by this project? Or do you just want to count code that is part of Transform itself? I mean, this is the Transform project, and that includes Git submodules that I have worked on decades. So you could count this one because I'm actively working on this submodule. And to a lesser extent, you could use this one because in the last weeks I have made many changes to this one as well. But do we also want to add this one? That is kind of stable. So what I wrote myself. Okay. So well, I would say pretty much all the source files that are being used here. What is that? You just have to do this, of course. Let me check if that's cairowindow. I wrote all that. And then we have I'll call it debugging support. Math and source, these are tests. That is including a few tests, but it's not even that much. thread save, all the utils, of course. Feels like I'm missing something. Events is not there. I did not write the enchantum. This is not C++ code. This is also not C++ code. Yeah, well, test. Do I really want to add tests to this? And so maybe just that and that. So events is 589 lines, and then the rest is in S, I think. So maybe I can just count them like that. 57,000. So let's say 58,000 lines. It's a bit larger than I would think. It's still very large. It feels like maybe there's something in there that's not my code. Of course, that is very much, isn't it? Yeah, I just went over over all the files. S here are these files. They are definitely all my files. So abbreviate, just like that. So do S, can I pipe that into, probably abbreviate only takes one thing. So I'd have to run over all for F in S, that's all the source files. Do abbreviate path.f, done. That's a little bit shorter. And then for each of these we want to run just WC lines, so printing it per thing, yeah. So, and then we can sort it numerically. These are the number of lines. Is that only 2 lines? Okay, now I have to. It is only 2 lines. Okay, so yeah, number of lines, not that much here. Still not much, not much, not much, not much, not much, not much, not much. There's a lot of files. I mean, yeah, well, just one file, about 1,000 lines, it's not even that much. Then I have a few files that are pretty big, but all of them are less than 2,000. So it just adds up, I guess. So you get that. It's just a lot of files. I'm using Arch. Funny that something simple as an read-write spin log is this big. How can it be that big? And this also surprises me. Thread safe? Oh, that is thread safe. Yeah. Oh, that never mind. Look like this code. Oh, what is that then? It's a debugging code for the spin log. It's up till here, it's 11,000, 12,000 lines. No, I'm not using Hyperland. I'm still using X11. I'm gonna code okay, coordinate mapper. Well, let's call that coordinate mapper. So creative. And if we have that, then I can get the new position pixels. Hey, wait a minute. You have to multiply from the left with, that's a technical thing, yes. That is the coordinate system. It's an abstract coordinate system because we don't know what it is. Just a template parameter. So we want to go from CS to pixels. That means that you have to multiply it with CS transform pixels. So this short circuits, and then you are left with new position pixels. It's my trick. And that one does not exist, I suppose. Oh, that does exist. We have it, like no inversion needed. So this can be called on the coordinate mapper. So if we have the coordinate mapper, then we just do coordinate mapper dot. And then we have pixels. Oh yeah, the coordinate mapper transforms 2 pixels natively. Now, the next question is, how do we get the coordinate mapper? I think my draggable is a point, probably. I think it's a point. No, plot CS point. Well, it is a point. Let's find the point. I have lots of points. Draw point. Plot point. This point. It's this point here. So we have a draggable. Okay, I could cast it to the point, because I'm pretty sure it is a point in this case. That's only be called from point move to. It might well pass not the draggable but the point itself. That would be a lot clearer. No casting needed. However, then even if we have this object, I still don't have the coordinate mapper. Where is the coordinate mapper then? What? I thought a coordinate mapper was a base class for a point as well. It's not a base class of MathCS point. No. Or is it? No. Wait a minute. No. That is a base class of... It's a base class of plot or coordinate system. We just don't have it, I think. So the only way to get it is by looking up. Here's the coordinate mapper. No, it's just a batch. The coordinate mapper is allowed to call create draw object. That doesn't help us. So this function is being called. That's the one that calls us. This function should not call, not pass draggable, I think. What am I saying? Yeah, not a draggable pointer. So this thing here is a template. This is also a template. So I might as well just pass the whole thing exactly as is, being a plot point CS. Cairowindow plot CS, I mean. So plot CS point. Move draggable. That is not found. Oh hell. Oh, there it is. Then I'm passing it by reference. Is that going to work? Not really, because this is this pointer. Oh, let's pass it by pointer or not? Okay, let's just pass it by pointer. No, what the hell here? Okay, so we get a pointer here. I don't think it's going to help though. Coordinate mapper. Let's just use as a base class. I think it's being passed here. This is where we need it. For declaration, this is just a batch, not a for declaration. That is too specialized. Rectangle, point, line, piece, line, plot. Plot is derived from, so let's ignore plot. Might as well look for the coordinate system, I think. Just only follow this, and these are specialized stuff. So here we have the fact that the coordinate system is derived from it. This is equal to the base class constructor. So not interesting. And this thing just talks about itself. But I think we have to look at the register thing. I think this is the entry point. Where was it? Yeah. At some point the user calls register draggable and passes the coordinate mapper. And then later on, being here, I need to be able to get that back. Now this is the point where I have both the window, we are in the window, and we have the index, and we have still the coordinate mapper. So here I should store it, I think, and then it has to be stored in a new vector. Methinks. The only problem I have with this is that it's probably a lot of points in the same coordinate system, or in the same plot. A plot could have 1,000 points, say. I mean, and then I'm going to store for every index. I mean, that's 1,000 points, of course, but not all are draggable. There should be only a few draggable points, otherwise you get completely crazy. Okay, so we have a number of draggable points, and that must be totally manageable. Say 10 or at most 20 if you're completely crazy, but it's not that pointer even. Must be a pointer, right? Because must be stored as a pointer. So the thing totally has to be kept alive as well then. So register draggable is called on something. Yeah, that must have a big lifetime, so that's okay. I'm just going to store it, I think. It's being grabbed by reference, aka pointer, in this lambda as well. And then the lambda is moved into another lambda, and I don't know. It's stored. Oh, I think this is even storing it already in some kind of. Maybe just do it in here. So register draggable implementation should also remember not just this lambda here, but also the coordinate mapper. So we're going to pass the coordinate mapper. I want to pass it as for storage. In the end, I have to store it as a pointer anyway. You can't make a vector with references. So I'm gonna pass it as a pointer right here. And that means that here we have now a oh shit, this function is pixels only. Yeah, no, I can't do that. This is this is shared by the sliders as well. So that's not how we can do it. I should I have to do that separately. It's slightly annoying though that index. It would be very nice to do it like that. I can make a templated register draggable. And this one is specific for points, and I think this is only going to handle points. So yeah, no, yeah, I don't know. Let's just do it here. It feels a bit thread unsafe, but I'm not doing threads anyway. The problem here, the thread safe problem is that if two different threads would call register draggable at the same time, then one, it's totally not thread safe. So yeah, might as well forget about that. But the problem would be that then one thread could create a new index. So make those. Yeah, I would need to have a mutex lock around the vectors that store this stuff. And then while that is locked, we can add something to different vectors. Let's well address that with a comment. For the lambda and the coordinate mapper. In a vector. And then yeah, one of them returns an index. Or both, but then that index has to be the same. Stuff here. So the implementation is storing stuff. You see, this is nicely together. That they're just two pushbacks. The size must be equal. I really want to have a pushback here to another vector. So you just have three vectors. How can I do that? Oh boy, my coordinate mapper is a template. This is not going to work at all. Need to use some type erasure anyway. I'm afraid I have to store yet another lambda. A lambda that will return the coordinate mapper. Is that possible? No, it's not possible. Not return, I think. You can have the lambda do something. So I would need another lambda besides this one that does what we need to do, and then I can just call that. Why wouldn't that be update grab pixels? Can't that be? Let's have something different. Gee. Convert a new position in pixels. Oh, we have pixels here. To the relocated bounding box in pixels by calling update grep.cs on the coordinate mapper. Coordinate mapper update grep.cs converts the position to CS before passing it to restriction CS and storing the new position. Yeah, but I think I just need something like it. We need something like convert a moved to position XY in CS. Does this thing have a CS? Yep. Two pixels and dot. I need a name for this. I can't think of a name. I have a lot of dots now. So here we can't access the coordinate mapper, but we can call a lambda that can access the coordinate mapper, and then the lambda can do what we need to do. And what we need to do is call this. So we call the lambda has the coordinate mapper, therefore it has the transform. So we have to pass to the lambda in a new position. Oh, wait a minute. Let's template it as well. I guess we can temporarily drop the type safety here and just pass two doubles with the X and the Y coordinate, because internally the lambda knows that it is CS, so then we can just recreate a new position internally and then do this. And then what that lambda does therefore is it takes a window pointer, and we need a clickable index, of course, and we need a new position in arbitrary coordinates. I think that's it. So I could call it update grep.cs. Comparing that with Update grabbed pixels. Yeah, that sounds nice. Update grabbed CS. That's my name. And we need a coordinate mapper. Is that not all? I think that's kind of all. And it's going to take math yes, point yes, cons reference, positions yes, set of pixels. And it's not returning anything, so avoid. And what that is doing, it's going to call. Okay, hold on a minute. Did they just get from there? Nope. Window.h. That should be doing. Should be doing this part here, so it's both in Windows.h. Two, 3, 9. So now we have the coordinate mapper because that was grabbed by the lambda, which just exists. And we get a point in pixel coordinates by multiplying position CS with the coordinate mapper CS transform pixels. And then we call update grabbed on the window. So we also need to grab this pointer. So we call update grabbed on the current window that we are in now. Yeah, so update grabbed CS takes a position in CS coordinates, converts it to pixels, and then calls update grabbed. Oh, I also need the index, and we don't have the index yet because that's created here. So can't grab that. I want to pass it to it. So the index must be also passed to the lambda. Or do I normally? What order do I normally use? I think clickable index is first. Index. Let's call it clickable index. Oh, shall I just call it index? Maybe. I'm calling it index here. I don't know. Let's call it index. So now I can move that as well. A random place in the middle. Move that lambda here also to the registered draggable implementation. Second argument, new lambda. Calls grabbable CS. Update grabbed CS, I mean. And I need to pass that here as well. Not even sure that's possible. Well, why not? I guess it is possible. Oh, I should have copied it. Yeah, I think the new position for this case are always pixels. Yeah, it's just always pixels. So nothing has to be converted here. This would be a non-op. And for most notably, we don't have CS. This is just pixels. Definitely don't want to rename this to pixels because we already have that here. Yep, I think that should work. And then this function takes another lambda. Where it returns nothing, well, returns void. And takes oh shit. No. I remember. So I need a CS here. We don't have a CS because this is not a template. But I was going to pass two doubles. Double CSX and double X in CS coordinates and double Y in CS coordinates. Now we call that update CS then. Small name change. So I'm totally not sure if this is correct, aka works, but I do have the feeling that if it compiles that it will work, because yeah, I mean if it compiles, it's like, yeah, what else could this code do than what I intend? But probably you have to fix a few compile errors. Anyway, both cases now create a new lambda, which is passed to Ratchet Draggle implementation. And I did make a mistake because I'm passing. Yeah, this can't beat pixels. So I should look at this one first. So this lambda can't take points, yes. So you have to make it take a double. Position X, yes, and double. Position Y, yes. I'm still having a problem though. But I definitely need CS at some point. coordinate mapper is being grabbed. The coordinate mapper is templated. Do I need to grab that, or can I just, I think that this is an arbitrary type, and which can include the current template parameter here. So we can recreate it here. Positions, yes. SA, whatever that was. And I've got, was it not just math CS point? Yeah. Yeah, like that. Math CS point CS. Constructed from X and Y coordinates. Then we have it back. And then this one here works in pixels anyways, but of course also the lambda must have the same, it's the same signature. And then we just construct this thing directly. From, well, let's use the same name, I guess. No, I can't use that. Wait a minute. Well, I'll just use this and then rename it to pixels, because otherwise it looks very weird. Can't create a point pixels from CS. And these then must be pixels. Not happy with the name, I must say. But well. It will almost be the same size. And I have to add this as a new vector. Do that one last. Add this one in the middle or below that one. Store that at the bottom, I suppose. Okay, what was the new name? I want to have that one at the top, and this one is going to be the new thing, which I forgot how I call that. I wasn't such updates, yes. The horrible names here. Draggable updates, yes. So it was lambdas that convert the new position xy in CS to pixels and calls update, I don't know, something with it. God, how do I find that one out? What was it? Update grabbed. And the lambda is void, and it takes a clickable index and 2 doubles. Okay, now I lost track. Let's just look at the diff. Undo, undo, redo, redo. Okay, write everything. Git diff. So the window register draggable implementation now takes as a second argument a new standard function, which returns a void and takes an index and 2 doubles. For the rest, it is the same. Yep. Well, the debug output is a bit different. The new vector must be the correct size, and we just push it. Push the new lambda to that. Yeah. update grabbed. No longer a plot draggable being passed. Oh, wait a minute, that was move. Move draggable is gone. It's a confusing diff here. Grab point was renamed to clickable index and new position to new position pixels. For the rest, window update grabbed is still the same. It was, however, horribly broken. Lots of FIXMEs. It is rewrote it now by just gets a new geometry and updates it. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'll have to see that all the tests still work. And update grab is gone. Is gone. Well, update grab for CS pixels is gone. Confusing. I don't know. I get that on. I forgot why I changed that. Okay, that one was moved down, and we have a new vector that stores the lambdas that return a void and take a clickable index into doubles. And I called that draggable update CS for some reason. Stored lambdas to convert a new position in CS to pixels and calls update grabbed at that. Okay. Update grabbed. That was the rename. Grab point to clickable index. Did not rename new position here. Probably should. Let's rename it here. It's the same signature. Oh, that's why it was removed. It's now a template, so it was moved to the header. This still has to be implemented. Yep. I think that move draggle was the one that was completely broken actually. So can I now understand this? Move draggable. Yeah, this is weird. You know, it's like the div is just confusing two different functions. But the deleted move draggable had all those FIXMEs. That was the one that was really broken. And the update grab now hijacked the brace of that one. But in fact, nothing much changed because this comment is just here. And geometry, new geometry, you know, just. So update grab didn't really change. It's just that this one went away, and I maybe did a rename of the argument here. That's all. So this was the completely broken function, and it's still broken, but I'm working on that. And then we have the register draggable. Now defines a new lambda, which is passed to register draggable implementation as second argument. Here as well. Yeah. Okay. To trickle implementation. Okay, it's just adding the second second argument. So everything looks absolutely fine, except that this is still not implemented. So let's have a look for this comment, for example. So my new lambda is doing the calling. We just need to get the lambda and then pass the index to it. And the lambda was called update grabbed cs underscore. Nope. Draggable updates, yes. Where do we come from? I don't know. Yeah. Yes. It was called that. That was a vector which takes the clickable index, and then it gets returned a lambda, and we can call the lambda, and it returns a void. So then we're done. You have to pass to it I thought I had to pass. Okay, now I'm confused. I thought I had to pass a clickable index, so that's nonsense because I already have consumed that here. Oh, the index must also be passed to update grabbed afterwards. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Totally makes sense. I'm shaking my head no. Okay, we do. So this must also get past the clickable index, and then the coordinates in pixels. No. Yeah, that is just the XY coordinates of the CS thing. No, that's it, I think. Let's see if this compiles. not compile. Coordinate mapper is not declared. What? Oh, of course, there's no coordinate mapper here. Okay, no coordinate mapper. Probably we don't use it. So we don't use it, we don't have to grab it. Oh yeah, the 2 molecules of endorphin have been produced. It's a bit scarce. It's better than 1 though. And yeah, my motto, you know, if it compiles, it works. Sure, well, we'll still test it. All right. There was one thing I think for which I had to test it, or was that there was that stuff where I didn't understand where the removing one function was causing the diff to look weird. I think the chance is like 99.999% that it works. Okay, the slider works. Normal dragging works. What was being tested anyway? I think I have to test something else. That still works. Let's put it that way. I have tests. I think the backtrack check was crashing before. It's no longer crashing. That works. No, it works. Okay. There's only one thing that I have not seen working yet. That is, for example, if I move P0, then this point is not updated. That should automatically jump back. Once that has been fixed, and then it really works, because, well, that part is just not working. Let's face it. Which others can we test here? Clamp check something? Probably not. It is something. There's not even a slider here. Oh, okay. There's no problem here. The other code was just not. So here it does move this green dot along, so there's no problem there. The code was just was never working, I guess. Yeah, all those things that are just you can't close them. Oh, what? There's something going on here. I think the queue is finding the nearest point to that Bezier curve. It's kind of fun. And no, it's not finding anything. What? Oh, well, I don't know. I just want okay, that's better. Now it's in view. So this queue points to the closest point on this Bezier curve here. And if you drag it, it well, it keeps doing that. So you move it like that. That's funny. It just jumps here, of course. But if you go close enough, then we have, oh, this is the bottom. So yeah, really close, it just follows it. But if you are too far away, it has to jump, because the other side is just closer. And here, of course, we have a jump. And then here the same thing happens, more or less. At some point that is closer. But if you don't write like this, and boing, nothing. Why nothing? So just because it would like to jump here, but there is nothing. Guess it kind of makes sense. So yeah, now this is the shortest path. So you don't see it. Yeah. Now this still works. It doesn't. I want to test with sliders. Actually, let me just go here and run one of these, because they are totally different projects. Toggle coordinates. Haven't tested that one in a long time. It also still works. Rotate my coordinate system. Circle stays below the circle. And I can press a Q when it exits. Yay. Then of course the bounding box test. Very exciting test, this one. Oh, that actually have more than just before you only had this draggable point. The point that was not want to go out of the box. You see, it says inside the box. Make the box larger. Makes the box smaller. Point moves along. Can still grab it. See, we put it here. Oops, put it here, and then move this over. Oops, come on, hop. Then that still can be grabbed, or you can do something like go all the way like this. This is down, up, down, up, down, up. It's a little bit away from the edge. It stays on that corner. Yeah, kind of lame. Does she also jump? Oh, it's not really visible, I guess. Jip, jip, jip. No, that totally works. Tesseract. Tesseract has a lot of sliders. And they clearly still work. The feeling it got more jumpy. I'm not sure. I would almost recompile an old version, because I would, yeah, that would be pretty much unacceptable. I think if these changes made it slower, significantly slower. What is this? What is this flickering? Damn it, man! That's not good. Okay, I'm going to test at the very least. Let's say that the tesseract should not flicker that much. Status GD moth status div. Oh yeah, a typo in a comment. cairowindow. Status. Diff. Just looked at that a lot, didn't I? So that was all good. Git commit. I'm just gonna amend, I think. Oh no. No, I don't want to do this. Please enter the line start with ignored empty messages aborts the commit. Delete. Totally empty. Yep, aborted. Yes. Cannot amend then, or I could have to, would have to rebase it. You can do that. But I first have to commit it. This should be fix. Move draggable, right? No, what the FIXME is was move draggable, yeah. Either do we get rebase, and how would it know where to stop? So mysteriously, it just knows that 6. Why? So this destroy draggables before, I could do that at the end, and then we can combine a few things. Allow updating draggable geometry. Coordinate mapper sync clickable geometry on the redrawing. I think these are by codex actually. Rename grabbed draggable related member functions in plot. So these 3 could be combined maybe. Rename grabbed draggable related member functions. Plot. Let's do the rename separately. I just want to combine these 2. So this is no longer work in progress. We just do move all draggable codes to coordinate mapper, and then this one must be merged into that, which is squash. No, fix up. Five left, which is do a compile. Still okay. Git push. And then here. Git commit -a, it's m update submodules. Moth is not updated. Oh. It's a stupid typo. Great. All clean again. So 2 days ago or so I asked ChatGPT to write this, and it did something and I instantly deleted it. And then I did it myself, and I think that what I did is much better. I would like to show ChatGPT what it should have done. I'm not sure if we can get back that the git that applied, although it should be in the chat somewhere. Let's see, at the first I said somewhere that I ignored it, so I did reject your commit. Okay, so here we have the commit by to TDP git show. So short also. I didn't finish it either. Yeah, well, that's one. And then what did I do? This one. There is still a whip. What? What the bloody... I changed it in the... Huh? I think it just... I get it. I changed the comment in the rebase. There was just a comment. The actual thing was never changed. I should have done an edit in that case. So if I want to fix that, I would have to change this. But well, nah, it's just not VIP. But what can you do? I can do another rebase, I guess, and then force push it. Even though I already pushed it. Get the rebase minus I. Nope. Okay. I have to tell it to include a few things. Get help. Base help. Maybe the root. Rebase all commits reachable from branch instead of limiting them with an upstream. Oh, that's why we got it, the upstream. So since I push it to GitHub, it's a null. So I could do rebase I root head minus I don't know if you. Oh no, not really. That's just a little bit too much. Well, okay, how do I abort this one? Also an empty thing. Reorder, if you remove a line, comment below, if you remove everything, rebase will abort it. Delete everything. Okay, damn it. This has been doing this for an hour now, or how long? Yeah, 1.5 hours. So it's not really working. Oh, there it is, actually. I think black deserved to win this, because I have not been better anywhere. Horrible game. Yeah. No root, just head -4. So I just want to edit the comment, reword, use commit, but edit the commit message. Reword 1A. Yeah. What's the common ancestor really? Create Let's give this thing a tag or something. Or make it a branch, I don't know. Does git k all also show tags that are not on a branch? How do I add a tag? Codex. Oh. Ridiculous. This is the common ancestor. Yeah, true. It did that. It should have done that. Well, very nice. Alt top. Not sure I want to put that much time into it though. Yeah, I think I moved it. Sure. No, yeah, well, it became a template, so I moved it to the header. Implements a move to inline in plot point. This is a big shift. Point move now becomes CS generic and no longer uses plot. That was a big change, yeah. The fact that it kept that is ridiculous. But it continues to use clickable rectangles and older raw offset with comparison grab detection. Gallery names two clickable geometries, refactors grab draggable to operate on math use point CS pixels and vector math and add CS rectangle top left. Yeah, that was just a minor thing that is not really related to this, but okay. Pixel native draggables doesn't solve the slider FIXME in the same architectural way. It remains tied to plot mechanism. Treats draw slider as a pixel native plot draggable. Update slider moved to accept pixel coordinates and registered with pixel register draggable. From plot create slider using an identity restriction capturing slider pointer for a lifetime. That was already there, but okay. Event loop drag behavior. Keeps update grabbed returning bool. Redraw needed and only triggers redraw conditionally. Color makes update grabbed void and in the drag event path always set block is false of updating. Impact radius churn. What is localized change set, only plot and windows, and minimal call side churns. Got a larger refactor touching many files and updating multiple tests to switch from move plot to move to. That's just a rename. Plus build system change, removing point. Well, okay. Security 1. It's not my problem. I made a comment if I have another notifications. Maybe that's it. Feedback uploaded. Please open issue on URL. Author. Thanks for the bug report. Unfortunately, it appears that the thread wasn't uploaded. What the fuck? It's not appearing in our database. Could you try again? Are you serious? I wonder what the command here was. Is it also running it to a file or not? Can't transform. Nope. Not super useful because it scrolls off very quickly. It is this one. But okay, apparently for model behavior, there's no need to fill in an issue. That's good to know. You can just do a feedback and then that should be enough. Right, well. I did my duty, I guess. What to do next? Eating. Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. So that means first I play a game of chess and then I go eat and watch a movie, and C++ has to wait. Eating too. That's first have to win a game. Okay, if I win a game, I stop streaming. For the normally I do that when I lose, but let's turn it around. Oh my god, 17-7. I already have won. This is going to be so easy. I'll probably fall asleep and lose. He's going to take my knight because he's so stupid. He's not taking my knight. Okay, take that back. Block in one bishop to free the other. Oh, what a wasted move. No, you definitely go for pushing this pawn then. Do we do this now? Might play the knight again. That would be a lot of knight moves though. And then take. Maybe I should just do it. Not falling for it. Okay, push, take. I need another one. Yeah, I need two other ones probably. If I do this, I definitely get that bishop. Then I do this, and he exchanges because that belongs to this opening. So far, I do not see how I can use the fact that this pawn is just a waste of a tempo. How can I not win with a whole tempo more? And my knight wasn't pinned. So now I have three against three. I push, take. I can just push. Bishop e2 was not addressing the problem. The problem being that I could push my pawn. Okay, now there's not really any asymmetry here. I don't see myself winning here just yet. If I take with a queen, then I could exchange queens. That's no fun. Let's take with a bishop, I guess. Are you gonna take back or not? No, okay, then not. Pretty sure this was a mouse slip. He wanted the castle, so I offered take back, but he refuses. I'm very confused. Why would anyone refuse that? So I could take the knight, cannot take my queen because I take here a check. Win a piece. Okay, like that. I need a knight here. Can I do that? I do this, the hook comes, I go there, the pawn comes. Too late. I can just move my queen now. Okay, go here. If now the rook comes, can I take here? Not really. I can put my knight here now. Cannot take it because check. Lose the queen. 2 pieces for a queen. But what does that give me? Does it give me this pawn? Could be. Okay, I suppose I do this. The queen moves. Then I don't have anything. I first take here, bishop comes here, then I go there, and then I can go there afterwards, which might be interesting. A check here, and I'm not sure. That doesn't seem to do much, except losing my bishop here. I think I like this move. That's a better square for my knight. Or the queen. If I put the queen here, I'm threatening to win the bishop, which is kind of fun. Go there. I'm not controlling this square enough, I think. I go here, he pushes the pawn, and then move that one back. Might still work. I don't have much time left. Need to get some attack going here. Because this king here is not castled. I have a full rook more, basically. Okay, I get it for free. I don't even have to move my pawn. Threatened mates in 3 or something. It was my turn. Check, check, mate. Does it also hold if the rook comes here? I don't think so. Can move this pawn though. Go with another attack here. Plus a mate threat. Yeah, that's mate in 3, right? Check. Check. Oh, it's immediately made. That pawn is already pinned. Okay. No, I did win. I'm gonna go eat and stuff.